Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my full playthrough of the Federation faction in Star Trek Online. Today we are continuing the Solanae Dyson Sphere arc with Captain Arthur Dent. Yes, I've ranked, as of the last episode I ranked up to Captain. Bear in mind I am still suffering from tonsillitis, so if I start coughing or my voice sounds weird, that's why. So yeah, let's get the mission. It is Circles Within Circles, the gateway into Juray system. Or Juray, I don't know. So it's either a hard T or a soft T, and I don't know which. I'm guessing it's a soft T. Leads to a Dyson sphere where the Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic must work together to establish a foothold inside of this strange artificial world. Contact Subcommander Cole. Alright, he doesn't have any voice lines. The discovery and activation of the gateway into Juray system means we can send ships rapidly to explore the Solanae Dyson sphere. An alliance force comprised of ships from the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Empire have agreed to work together to study the sphere and establish a zone of control there, but it needs skilled captains and crews willing to join the fight. Travel through the gateway and contact Allied Joint Command once you reach the Solanae Dyson sphere in the Delta Quadrant. Alright. So yeah. So if we leave ship interior real quick. Yeah. Also, the Timeless Legacy Starship bundle came out during the last episode, in between the episodes. Wait a minute. Okay, so yeah, let's transwarp over there. Alright, here we go. So, use the gateway to enter the Dyson sphere. So, travel to Solanae Dyson sphere. Yeah, large enough for ships to pass through. This is the plot device where basically you can get to the Delta Quadrant section of the game, and there's like an entire dedicated story arc. Right. Welcome to the interior of the Dyson sphere. I think this is one of the largest maps that was ever produced in Star Trek Online. It's absolutely massive in scale. Right. Accolade complete, welcome to the Dyson sphere. So we've got to speak to the Chief Logistics Officer, which is this chappie over here, who's a Romulan. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant, a journey that once took 30 years at maximum warp, now takes mere minutes. Did we just go as far as Voyager did? Not quite. We're on the border of the Delta Quadrant. Specifically, we are within the Solanae Dyson sphere, a spherical structure built around a star. The Dyson sphere was actually a real concept. It was the reason it's called the Dyson sphere is postulated by theoretical physicist Freeman Dyson in the 1960s. I'm pretty sure this is in real life. I'm not talking about within Star Trek. I'm talking about real life here. So they're basically they're theoretical structures that basically I think it would be a species that would have achieved level either 1 or 2 on the Kardashev scale of civilizations. If you know about the Kardashev scale, you know what I mean. Basically, level 0, level 1 is capable of building structures around stars and harnessing its energy for infinite power. And then, yeah, it's a bit, I don't really remember because it's a while since I learned about it, but yeah. Pretty cool that this is based in real life, and it's also we did encounter Dyson sphere in canonical Star Trek in that episode, the Genolan Dyson sphere, which was encountered by the USS Enterprise NCC-1701D back in the Next Generation television show, which is also the episode where we encountered Montgomery Scott since he had been put in a transporter buffer. Anyway, enough waffle. The sphere itself has a diameter that is nearly 200 million kilometers, or the equivalent of 250 million M-class planet surfaces. So not only would this structure be capable of harnessing all the power of a star, it would also be capable of housing untold quadrillions of people. So, yeah. How much of the sphere has been explored? You're looking at it. The sphere is huge, and it could take us a lifetime to completely understand its construction and technology. We're taking it slow until we know more. And that's where you come in. You could use some help from the Heart of Gold. Before we get started, Sub-Commander Cole wants you to receive a briefing about megaparticles from our chief scientist. I'll speak with him. Ah, megaparticles. Lovely. So, where is he? Oh, I see him. He's up here. Yeah. It would probably take multiple lifetimes just to map the entirety of the surface of the Dyson sphere. Ah, hello, Captain. Cole has asked me to be brief, as there's a lot to be done. We found massive amounts of omega particles being produced within the Dyson sphere. These particles are extremely unstable, and when detonated, they will damage subspace, making warp travel impossible in vast areas around the detonation site. In the past, we've only had to deal with small amounts of the particles. Now we have a structure that is mass-producing them for an unknown purpose. Now, yeah, so basically the problem with the megaparticles, molecules, if they're unstable, and if they detonate, make warp travel impossible, as stated. And the reason that's a bad thing is because it makes spacefaring civilization, as is known in Star Trek, just a complete impossibility. So, like as other methods of faster than light travel seem to be too unstable, as far as I know, we've had transwarp drive, which the Borg use, which has never been effectively replicated by anyone but the Voth, as far as we know. Then there's quantum slipstream drive, but that doesn't really. If Discovery is anything to go off of, that's too unstable, not really, and relies on an extremely rare substance called Benamite. And then there's the protostar drive, which was only ever seen in the experimental USS Protostar in Star Trek Prodigy. That was, it doesn't seem to have been a success because the Protostar is the only ship to ever use the technology. So yeah, these massive amounts of omega molecules could render space travel impossible across large sectors of space. Anyway, what is the plan to neutralize these omega particles? The plan is twofold. First, we must find and destroy any existing omega particles. Secondly, we must discover whatever is producing them at such an alarming rate and stop it. The Federation and Klingons have agreed to join an alliance with the Romulan Republic, which seems to have been misspelled, Republic, lol, in order to see this done. These particles threaten us all. This would be simple except for, well, perhaps it's best if you hear more from Sub-Commander Cole. He's asked to speak with you. Right, very well. Right, guess I'll just have to find the Sub-Commander. He seems to be in a separate room. Oh, there seems to be some sort of invisible wall there. Lovely, so I can't just jump down. So I think he's through this door and on the right. Yeah. At least I think. Yeah, here he is. Here's the Sub-Commander. Ah, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the Solanae Dyson sphere. My name is Sub-Commander Cole. This is the main command center for Joint Alliance Command, a multi-species task force willing to work together toward a common goal, for now at least. The gateway you use to get here is in Republic space, so the Republic is taking a lead here as well. Our mission? To destroy the omega particles this sphere creates, and neutralize its ability to generate more. The first scouts into the sphere confirmed that it was producing massive amounts of omega particles for an unknown purpose. Given enough time, this sphere could produce enough omega particles to completely annihilate warp travel in all known quadrants of the galaxy.
Oof.
We thought this would be a sweep and clear operation, but we were waylaid. by a species known as the Voth. The
Ah,
Voth claim to be natives of the Delta Quadrant, are extremely technologically advanced, and they want the sphere. Now we're in a fight for control. The Voth are determined to gather the Omega particles. We're still determining why, but this is a threat to all warp-capable civilizations. I can't stress enough how important it is that we stop the Voth and neutralize the Omega particles. There's a lot to do. Shall we get started?
so... Oh. Yeah. So a quick word on the Voth before we get started with that. They were a species first encountered by the USS Voyager during its sojourn in the Delta Quadrant. They are one of only 2 known species capable of regular transwarp travel, other than the Borg, of course. And they claim to be natives of the Delta Quadrant. However, they are actually descended from Earth hadrosaurs from the Jurassic period, if I'm not mistaken. You'll probably correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, all you nerds out there. But funnily enough, in the show, these Voth are cold-blooded, but Earth science in the present day has actually moved far enough to determine that hadrosaurs are actually warm-blooded. Ironically, there's a little fact for you. So yeah, these Voth are extremely dangerous, and they have been known to tackle the Borg with ease, so yeah. And transport entire starships, so yeah. Oh, that's the mission complete. So yeah, let's beam back up to our ship. See. Yeah, so see what I meant about this map being absolutely gigantic? Like, this is... I'm probably looking at something like multiple... Wait a minute. Those are like entire cities down there. And I haven't been on this map in a while, and I am staggered by how big this is. My Intrepid class ship is just like completely dwarfed. To be fair, anything smaller than V'ger would be absolutely dwarfed here. Like, look, those are full-size cities down there. That's insane. So yeah, that'll be, let's For this arc, I think I will make the Dyson sphere my base of operations, considering that traveling back and forth from Earth's space dock will be quite a chore, and these Intrepid class ships are equipped for long-range exploration for extended periods, so... Alright, let's head over to my office. My ready room. So yeah, that'll be all for this episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. And I will see you then. Goodbye.